Welcome back to another video. In this video we will have a look at the Cisco network security product portfolio. So Cisco has around 18 different security products in their portfolio, and they have been broken down or split into towers. This is an image I've taken off the Cisco website, and we can see the full range of security products here. And as you can see, it's a large portfolio. So today in this video, I'll be going through the network security tower, which consists of the 9 products we can see on the left hand side, and briefly explain what they are and what they do. Network security includes the following solutions, and we can see their former names for some of these products as well. For example, the Secure Firewall was formerly known as the Next Generation Firewall, or Secure Networks Analytics was originally the Stealth Watch solution, and a lot of these name changes are because Cisco had acquired companies and then eventually they got to change the product names to make it more consistent. So I'll go through each of these network security products, starting with the Cisco Secure Firewall. I've done a separate video on the Cisco Secure Firewall because it's a portfolio made up of several products and services within itself. So at a high level, it's their firewall portfolio. So you may want to watch the dedicated Cisco Secure Firewall portfolio video I've done separately. But just to quickly go over this slide, starting at the top, we have the management software. So you have a number of options on how you want to manage the firewalls. The first one in the middle is the Firepower Management Center, the FMC. You can use an FMC, which is a central management solution where you can manage multiple firewalls. And on the right hand side, we can see there is also a cloud version of the FMC as well. It's called the Cloud Delivered Firewall Management Center. And on the left hand side, we've got CDO, which is the Cisco Defense Orchestrator, which allows you to manage multiple products from the cloud, including their firewalls. And then we've got the Firepower Device Manager, or FDM, which is a direct management software on the box for managing the firewall directly. Next, we've got the physical firewalls. So these are the supported physical firewalls. And the latest one is the 3100 series firewall appliances. And then there's the software firewall platforms. There are 2 firewall software platforms, which are Secure Firewall ISE and Secure Firewall FTD, where FTD is the newer one and recommended when it comes to deep malware protection and visibility. And finally, you have all the different environments the firewalls can support. And then at the bottom, these are the many supported features within the firewalls. Again, I've gone over all of these options in more depth in a separate video, so it may be worthwhile you having a look at that video on the Cisco Secure Firewall portfolio. Cisco Secure Network Analytics provides network visibility to detect and respond to threats in real time. It gives you end-to-end visibility of the network because it can monitor every device, network infrastructure devices, servers, even IoT devices and printers, CCTV cameras and so on, and it ingests all of the conversations of these devices. And it uses techniques, analytics such as behavioral modeling and machine learning algorithms, as well as global threat intelligence to identify anomalies and detect and respond to threats in real time. And it uses Cisco Talos, who is their threat research team, to understand what threats are out there, so it can let you respond accordingly if a threat is found. And we can see on the right hand side there are 5 high-level activities it participates in. So it gets to know about every host, it sees every connection, it creates a baseline and understands what is normal. And because it now knows what is normal, it will alert you on anything that deviates from the baseline and changes. And now that it has all of this information, it responds to threats. Cisco Secure Web Appliance, which was formerly known as Web Security Appliance, protects users from visiting bad websites and protects them from accessing malicious content over the web. And the Cisco Secure Web Appliance can be integrated with Cisco Umbrella for cloud delivered gateway protection, and with Cisco SecureX as well for unified visibility and for faster incident response. And the web appliance can proxy HTTP, HTTPS, SOCKS, native FTP and FTP over HTTP traffic to deliver additional capabilities such as data loss prevention, mobile user security and advanced visibility and control. And the Cisco Secure Web Appliance is a forward proxy that can be deployed in either explicit mode, which is using the proxy automatic configuration pack files, or web proxy auto discovery, which is WPAD, in your browser settings, or you can use it in transparent mode using Web Cache Communication Protocol, WCCP, or policy-based routing with the use of load balancers. The appliances come in physical or virtual form factors, and these are the following features. It has Talos Security Intelligence. So Talos is the threat intelligence research team, which is continually researching what's out there, and then it feeds this information back to the web appliance about the bad stuff out there. And Talos helps by preventing zero-hour attacks by continually generating new rules that feeds updates to the secure web appliance every 3 to 5 minutes. Then there's the Secure Web Appliance Usage Controls, which has traditional URL filtering with dynamic content analysis. Next is the Advanced Malware Protection. AMP enables malware detection and blocking, and continuous analysis and alerting. Then there's the Cognitive Threat Analytics. Cognitive Threat Analytics is a cloud-based solution that aims to reduce time to discovery of threats inside the network, and it addresses gaps by identifying the symptoms of a malware infection or a data breach using behavioral analysis and anomaly detection. And then there's Application Visibility and Control, AVC. So there's policies to control Web 2.0 applications, and it's aware of 150,000 plus micro applications. Next is Data Loss Prevention, DLP. So it has built-in DLP capabilities, preventing confidential data from leaving the network by creating context-based rules for basic DLP capabilities. The next one is Remote Browser Isolation. With RBI, you can isolate the web traffic from the user devices in situations where a user is accessing a risky website. And what this does is the secure web appliance isolates the web content in a remote browser in the cloud, separate from the endpoint and the corporate network. And last but not least, there's Roaming User Protection. The web appliance integrates with Cisco Secure Mobility Client, or formerly known as AnyConnect, and using AnyConnect, a VPN tunnel is created that redirects traffic back to the on-premise secure web appliance. Cisco Secure Client, which was formerly known as Cisco AnyConnect, is a piece of software that you can install on your remote device, and it consists of these modules or agents that look after different services. The one that it is mostly known for is the Remote Access VPN connectivity, so you can use it to connect back to the VPN head-end device to access resources within your organization. And these are the features it has. Again, AnyConnect VPN, which is automatically connecting, reconnecting or disconnecting VPN sessions. Network Access Manager. Network Access Manager manages user and device identity and protocols required for secure access. You can choose options for wired and wireless connections and how you want to authenticate to the network, as well as other options. Next is ISE Posture, Identity Services Engine. Posture. With ISE Posture, you're able to perform endpoint posture assessment to ensure the endpoint satisfies all requirements. So to make sure the endpoint has up-to-date antivirus software, etc. Next is Secure Endpoint. Secure Endpoint works as a module within Cisco Secure Client and has a secure client user interface. Then there's Cisco Umbrella, and the Umbrella Roaming Security provides DNS layer security when no VPN is active and adds an intelligent proxy. Then there's some more modules which do not actually have a user interface, but these are the Host Scan, which is the ASA Firewall Posture, but again does not have a GUI. Then there's a Cloud Management module which enables administrators to create cloud managed deployments of Cisco Secure Client, and it uses a bootstrapping process to do this. Network Visibility module. This allows organizations to see endpoints and user behavior on their network. And it does this by collecting flows from endpoints on and off the premise and valuable context like user, application, device, location and destination information. And it caches this data and sends it to the Network Visibility Module Collector when it is on the trusted network, which is usually the corporate network on premise or through a VPN. And the last one is the Diagnostic and Reporting tool, which is used for diagnostics and reporting and for troubleshooting purposes. Cisco Secure Application Delivery Controller and SSL Inspection Bundles. Cisco partners with Radware to deliver Application Delivery Controller and SSL Inspection services. First, looking at the ADC, the Application Delivery Controller is an application delivery controller for cloud and private cloud or private data center. It can load balance traffic to your applications, and it also includes additional functions such as including acceleration, SSL termination, compression caching, and security features. It comes in physical, virtual, and cloud platforms. We can see the end users on the left hand side, and then the traffic hits the secure ADC load balancer, and then it will load balance traffic to either the public cloud platforms we can see at the top box, and then the bottom box shows it supports private clouds as well as standard data center environments. And to have a look at the full feature set, here is a screenshot I have taken off the Cisco website. We can see the full features, the availability and resilience, the traffic and resource optimization, and the network and application security features that the ADC service supports. And the bottom section shows it has SSL inspection, which provides visibility into encrypted traffic by offloading SSL functions to purpose-built devices. And each bundle uses a front and back-end Radware Altion ADC in a sandwich configuration for high availability and scaling of the SSL inspection feature. And we can see the traffic flows showing the encrypted traffic in green arrow and the decrypted traffic in red arrows, where it's decrypted, then scanned, and finally re-encrypted again before sent to its final destination. Cisco Cyber Security Vision is an asset and inventory and security platform for the industrial IoT, and it gives you an in-depth view of your operational technology security posture. An industrial network, by the way, is a network that deals with transfer of data on a large scale. These networks allow us to connect various devices across large spaces and enable communication between them by allowing us to transfer large chunks of data between them. And operational technology, OT, is defined as technology that interfaces with the physical world, which are things like industrial control systems and distributed control systems and supervisory control and data acquisitions, SCADA. Cisco Cybervision is used for when an organization is running distributed industrial operations such as roadway infrastructures, building management systems, fire control systems, wind or solar farms, etc. And it helps with things like keeping an inventory of the connected assets. It helps with assessing your security risks, understand threat exposure with detailed dynamic asset inventories. It reduces attack surfaces with visibility into vulnerabilities with risk scores from another Cisco security solution called Cisco Kenner to help prioritize remediation. It works with Cisco SecureX to gain insights into your security posture by consolidating asset inventories within Cisco SecureX, and it can leverage your IT security tools to secure the OT environment. So it gives you visibility into your distributed assets, allowing you to better manage your inventory and understand how to limit your exposure to cyber threats. Next, we have the Cisco Telemetry Broker, which allows you to ingest network telemetry from many sources. It then transforms it and brokers that data to multiple sources. For example, you can ingest on-premise network telemetry, including NetFlow, syslog, and IPFix packets, and it can ingest cloud-based telemetry sources as well, including AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, and in particular the VPC flow logs for AWS. And it can consume that telemetry data with a variety of tools, like for example the Cisco Secure Network Analytics and Splunk solutions. Cisco Telemetry Broker can work with a number of protocols and has the ability to detect protocols on ingress, and these protocols include IPFix, NetFlow, SFlow, syslog, and SNMP. So rather than your monitoring tools having separate connections and with them only supporting proprietary protocols and different tool types for different platforms, for example separate cloud tools and on-premise tools, the Telemetry Broker is able to be an aggregator for all your telemetry data and translation services that ingests a variety of network telemetry and delivers it to the analytic tools that you are using. In summary, the Cisco Telemetry Broker, it does the brokering of data which means it can route and replicate data from a source location to multiple destination consumers. By filtering data, it can filter the data that is being replicated to consume only what's relevant consumers are able to see and analyze. And by transforming data, it is able to transform data protocols from the exporter to the consumer's protocol of choice. Cisco Identity Services is a network and access control and policy enforcement platform. And at a high level, it controls access into the network, and it is associated with a number of different use cases or capabilities. So let's go through these now. First, it provides secure access across wired, wireless and VPN connections. So you can use it as an authentication server for authentication of VPN users logging in remotely, or for using it with 802.1x to secure all your wired network ports on your switches or your wireless LAN controllers, which is actually a fundamental part of network access control solution. 802.1x is an IEEE standard for access control, and it's for providing the capability to permit or deny network connectivity based on the identity of the end user or device. Guest access. You can use it for guest access, so you can differentiate between corporate and guest user devices, and you can choose options on how guest users register, for example using self-registration portals. Asset visibility and profiling. There's visibility and profiling, where you have asset visibility, where you are able to see and classify endpoints and give them the appropriate authorization using device profiles. ISE checks the who, what, when, where elements, so it knows who is trying to access the network, and then it can enforce access policies based on that information. Segmentation. You can segment devices using group-based policies using contextual information such as the user ID, device type, location, etc. And this includes segmentation without the use of VLANs or IP-based policies as well. This is also known as software-defined segmentation, and it uses something known as security group tags, meaning stepping away from VLAN-based segmentation, making it more dynamic and scalable and less manual work. Device administration. So you can use ISE for admins to administer devices. So use it to authenticate and authorize admins using role-based network device administration using TACACS. Integration. With integration, you can exchange context with other technologies or security partners. For example, user ID information with the secure firewall or the web security appliance. Endpoint compliance. ISE is able to do agentless posture checking with no agent required on the endpoint to ensure the endpoint is compliant before allowing it access onto the network. And ISE supports the use of BYOD, so bring your own devices. You can bring BYOD, your own devices, with ISE supporting a registration process to onboard the devices securely. So ISE has great authentication and authorization capabilities, and additional features like BYOD, posture assessment, device control, threat containment, and provides user identity and user context information to external services, amongst other use cases as well. The last slide is on Cisco Meraki. Cisco acquired Meraki in 2012, and the Meraki cloud solution is a centralized management service that allows users to manage all of their Meraki network devices via a single platform known as the Meraki dashboard. So you can log into this cloud platform, the Meraki dashboard, and manage all of your devices from this single cloud platform. And the dashboard offers the same user experience across all the domains: wired LAN, wireless LAN, security appliances, smart cameras, IoT devices, etc. There's 8 product lines, and all of them are managed through the cloud-hosted Meraki dashboard. And the Meraki devices can be hardware or software appliances in the branch offices, campus, private data centers, or even the public clouds. And once these devices have access to the internet, they automatically connect back to the Meraki cloud and fetch their configuration. So it's been designed to be simple and easy to use, yet provides a powerful set of capabilities. And looking at the devices themselves, starting from the left, the Meraki supports the following devices, which are the MR wireless access points, which are indoor and outdoor wireless access points, which support the 802.11ac Wi-Fi 5 and 802.11ax Wi-Fi 6. And there's features like security, application traffic shaping and location analytics built into these wireless access points. Next, there's MX security appliances, which are UTM and SD-WAN solution appliances. And it's also an identity-based firewall, providing SD-WAN and auto VPN functionality. The appliances also support content filtering, geolocation rules, intrusion prevention and detection, and advanced malware protection, amongst other capabilities. So these are the security appliances. You can call it their UTM or next generation firewalls. Then there's the MS, aggregation and access switches. These provide layer 7 application visibility. They support PoE Plus and UPoE options, dynamic routing, physical and virtual stacking are supported as well, and of course, like all the other devices, they are centrally managed from the cloud. Next is the System Manager Endpoint Management. System Manager is Meraki's cloud-based endpoint management solution, supporting both mobile and desktop operating systems such as Android, iOS, macOS, Chrome OS, Apple TV, Windows and others, and supports the device security, location, software inventory and application deployment, file sharing, etc. of these devices. MV Smart Camera products are cloud-managed security cameras, and they support end-to-end encryption, motion event searching, audio recording, amongst other features. MI Insight is a network WAN and SaaS performance management tool. It monitors the network and application performance, such as the monitoring of web health, WAN health, and VoIP health. And the last one is the Meraki Cellular Gateway, which is a gateway to cellular networks for wireless WAN connectivity. So it's used to extend your network anywhere with a cellular connection.